Wheel of Doom.
The Wheel of Doom. Let's do a little shuffle action on here and click the spin. Round and round it goes. What are we talking about? We are talking. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, Mad Magazine. Let's
Very
remove that.
nice.
It was
Remove
close to
that.
He-Man, but we're doing
Right.
Mad Magazine. What are your thoughts? I wonder. So here's the big question. Keith being from Canada, did you guys get Mad Magazine in Canada? I
We
remember seeing that.
did have it. I've seen it before. I think I might have read like maybe an issue or two. I might have seen a couple of those, but I mean, it was here, so I probably should
Okay.
have read it, but I didn't. We definitely have it here.
Okay. I felt Dave probably added this topic here. I feel like he's a Mad Magazine reader.
I mean,
Looks like a
there's a
Mad
lot of
Magazine
magazines.
guy.
Well, I do own some Mad magazines still. I remember we used to get them at the grocery store. My mom would let us buy them for some reason. I mean, they were kind of the goofy parody uh, uh, magazines that would make fun of different pop culture. I actually do have over there a copy with Mario and Luigi on the front. So they did do a parody of
Oh,
Nintendo. They
okay,
did
okay.
parodies of a lot of movies. They
Mhm.
did I remember there was a cover with like Rocky and Gremlins, and so they would take a lot of the pop culture and just
Yes, yes.
kind of do a parody with a comic or some kind of goofy thing within it. And yeah, I remember. And they still make them to this day, I believe. And I think I still do see them every show, every comic show, or every toy show that I go to. Somebody's got a stack of Mad magazines. And now that I am thinking about it, I do believe yes, they are still at like you can go to Target and still buy them. They are still there. Yeah, Alfred E. Newman was the mascot, the face of Mad magazine. Also, I don't know what the relationship was between the two. I think they were probably owned by the same company, but there was also Cracked magazine.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I read that one more than Mad Magazine, I want to say.
yeah. I don't remember what the exact like difference was between because they all seemed the same thing, but they were just branded differently.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I do see Mad Magazine quite often, and if you do a little Google search for a Mario or Luigi or Nintendo Mad Magazine, you should be able to pull up the cover um, from that one. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so I have that copy right there. That it has Alfred E. Newman is an 8-bit character on the screen with a Nintendo system on the top. Mario and Luigi bashing it. Although the Luigi still has an M on his hat for some
Oh
reason.
yeah, yeah.
So I think at the top of that magazine, it'll tell you like the categories. So um, it talks about Nintendo video games, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Married with Children, and so in this issue they smash. So it's like Smash Brothers almost, way ahead of their time. Um,
What's
but yeah,
interesting is what's this on top of the Nintendo? Like
Is
it
that
looks
the
like the
Super
Super Scope.
Scope? Yeah.
no, do you know what that looks like? That looks like the what are they called? The
Oh,
hookup for like the Acclaim
the Acclaim wireless
controller.
controllers.
Yeah, you would have to
Yeah.
plug that into, like, player 2 or something, and then that would be your, like, old school Bluetooth, I guess you would
Right.
call it.
And it also, if you could zoom in, it says Nui Mantendo instead of Nintendo. There's an E
Oh,
U.
so that would be for Alfred
Yep.
E. Newman,
Oh, okay.
maybe? So, yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the Nintendo issue, but, yeah, funny that it has I always remember the Rocky issue as well. There's a Mad magazine where Alfred E. Newman is dressed up as Mario as well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
so
And he's
very interesting. Yeah, pretty cool.
with Spy vs. Spy. Yeah, again, getting back into this physical media. I feel like at conventions, I'm grabbing more
Yeah,
magazines than games nowadays. And you got,
mhm,
Nintendo Power and then some of these oddball magazines. Again, I said I read, I think, Cracked magazine, which is
yeah.
very similar to Mad magazine, but always remembering those covers vividly on the racks at the convenience store that I would go to go get candy or play the arcade machine up there, and they would have those in there. And I remember being, looking through it, and the owner guy was like, "Hey, like you got to buy something. You can't just look at the magazines."
And I believe Spy versus Spy originated from Mad Magazine.
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty sure.
Because yeah, I
yeah,
did. Yeah, like it shows on that one right there,
yeah.
spy right up in there. Special spy for spies pages.
Oh, and that one says Australian edition.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Like
What is this one? Is
my
this fit
only
Mad Kids?
my only real memory of Mad Magazine was it always I was a kid. For me, it always felt like it was kind of like edgy.
Hmm.
Mm,
And I can remember going to the lake with a friend who spent like a week at his family's cabin, and there was a little gas station at this lake. I remember going there and buying like 2 or 3 Mad magazines and, like, sneaking them back into the house because we were like, "Oh, I don't know if we should actually have these," 'cause we didn't I never read them before. I didn't know what they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
were, right? Really. So, that's the only real memory is that trip to that cabin of Mad
Wow.
magazine for me.
Yeah, I feel
So
like it
ditto.
was almost a more adult magazine, so it
yeah,
almost felt like edgy reading it.
yeah.
Always felt like, yeah, very grown up as a kid to be able to be like, "Oh, my mom got me a Mad Magazine."
Yeah, I think that's the memory I have of
Yeah,
it, right? I can remember,
Yeah,
like, hiding them because we came back in his grandma's RV back from the lake, and I can remember, like, hiding them, like, under the
right.
seat because we were like, "Oh, don't let
Yeah.
grandma see these," right? We
yeah,
didn't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
we were and because they were like you said, they were, like, more like pop culture topics they were talking about,
Mhm.
and some of it we probably didn't even really understand at that age, for me
Right,
anyway,
right,
so I
absolutely.
think that's why it felt that way.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, definitely
Great
fun.
topic.
So yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys want us to add topics to this wheel, you could certainly just leave a comment, be like this topic, add it to the wheel or something, and I'll throw it in there. We got a whole bunch on there, and at the end of the show, you get a little
Mhm.
blurb of this with the
Maybe be
wheel.
on the lookout. We'll do, an Instagram post, a community
Yes.
post about adding it to the wheel, so look out for those.
Perfect.